It's just a quick update on what I've done to the kayak so far. I know a lot of people have noticed that I removed the bungees. I also removed the little eyes that hold all the bungees. That, to me, that's just extra weight. I've always viewed the bungees themselves as snag points for my hooks. Like, say, whenever you've got your rod up here, your hook has a tendency to get snagged inside those bungees, so I can't stand them. That's like the first thing that I do is cut them off. Anything that was pretty much useless has come off of the kayak, to include back here as well, bungees. I've left these eyelets just in the event that I want to mount my fish bag, but the past 2 trips that I took, I just had the fish bag just sitting here and not truly tethered down to anything. So I may just remove these, and I know it's minuscule the amount of weight that these take up, but I don't know, I kind of have them there, and I guess I'll decide later on if I was going to remove those. And then the mount, y'all saw me post a couple of photos not too long ago whenever I first got the kayak in, that I put a piece of 2-inch PVC right there, and what I did was put it on the stove, the PVC, and I used a bottle to kind of flare the end of it so that it stays in place. And then the bottom, I did the same thing, and I tried to make sure that the fit was going to be super tight. And so once I heated it up, I put it in and then flared it on this side, and that kind of locked it in. I used some 3M, that's like silicone flexible adhesive, and it's the 3M marine grade. Yeah, first trip it kind of separated from the plastic and water started getting in here, so I have to drain that every time, but at least it keeps the mud out. So that's the main killer of what's going to add extra weight to this thing. And so that right there is where y'all see me use the stakeout pole. And I guess I could use these scuppers, but I don't know. This kayak was made in China, so I don't know how good the quality control is going to be. Not knocking where it's made. I just don't want to stick a stakeout pole right here to one side and then take a chance on any of these scuppers that you see above in front of the seat. I don't want to take a chance on that cracking, so I would rather that happen right here, and then I can just buy a new cassette plug if that was to be the case. I don't intend on getting a fin drive, like the pedal drive, either style or a motor. This kayak is just meant to be plain and simple. It's minimal work to put it on the water and then just start fishing, basically. So I do like how easy the setup process is, because all I do is just carry the kayak to the water, and then you throw the seat, the fish bag. I'm only carrying 1 tackle tray, and that's pretty much what I've been taking with me. And so I've got paddle tails, all my bugs lures, a top water, some shrimp lures, and then the fish bites right here. I've got extra hooks inside there, and then some tiny little paddle tails right there. And that's what I make it happen with. These are all confidence lures, so I don't have a big variety, but what I do have usually is going to help me to put the fish in the boat. And this just goes under here. The kayak comes with like a tray, but it's super heavy, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't even think that you need that. So I just set this under here, and then my dispatch kit, which is inside the truck along with my seat, the dispatch kit can go to this other side. So technically 2 tackle trays, some gulp, my fish bag, a seat, 1 rod and reel, and then 2 push poles. This is something else that I just added to the kayak. These right here are from Boat. They make like paddle boards, and this holds this holds the stakeout pole, and it's the perfect size for the power pole right here. This 3/4 inch fiberglass rod. It holds it actually too good, because when you force that in there, you hear the noise that it's making, and I tried to be as quiet as I possibly can. So when I need to stake out, and I have, let's just say hypothetically, the big stakeout pole, which I need to buy a new one. This is like 1 inch round, I think, or or like close to 1 inch. So it goes in, but it is like super tight. But if I'm poling with that and I need to stake out with the short one, pulling this, it makes quite a bit of noise. And y'all know that, like, I always talk about trying to be super quiet whenever you go out there into the marsh, and so it just holds it a little too well. Hopefully through time this will kind of wear out a little bit, maybe like kind of flex enough to make it popping in and out pretty easy. So that's what I did. I added a set of them on this side. They're 20 bucks for each set, which is the cheapest that I found for any type of like stakeout pole holder. So I've got some on each side, and then of course the paddle down there, it'll just go on either side with this bungee. I cannot stand bungees. The sun and the salt do their things. They like stretch out so much that eventually the salt water and the sun exposure, these things just wear out. They lose their elasticity. And so maybe if we figure out some other way where I ain't got to drill a hole into the kayak, I can find a more viable solution to hold that paddle. But I don't think I'm gonna get lucky on that. But aside of that, yeah, those are the few upgrades. I do want to put something like this right here in the pre-existing holes that are over here, like the tip of my rod. Y'all see these? That power, actually that's not a power pole mount. I don't know what that's for, because that's not the bolt pattern for a power pole or like whatever motor mount back there. But I want to put something up here to hold the rod tip. So when I set this down, I usually use this bar or the seat itself, and I don't want my rod to like get stuck in weeds or something like that and then just keep getting pushed over to the side and then it falls down. So something like this would be perfect. I just got to get a stainless steel screw to go through one of these. So these things cost, I think this is like $20 each for a pair of them. So I mean, that's not too bad. And yeah, that's what we're currently working with. The seat itself, I love being 17 inches off the deck of the kayak, 17 inches high when I get to stand on that perch. And it's like the absolute best so far that I've had out there in the marsh itself. That's pretty cool. I will do an update video later on for like what my thoughts truly are, what I hate about it, what I like about it. I just wanted to give y'all a quick update thus far after 2 trips and what I've done and why I've removed certain things, just trying to put it bare bones. All right, that's it for the update.